Now, who could have seen that coming? Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 reveals in video games no one saw coming. For this list, we'll be looking at the biggest revelations and reveals in video games that were a complete shock to everyone. These differ from plot twists or sudden deaths, as these are facts and truths about the game that were hidden from the player, but once revealed, explain so much. Also, there are major spoilers ahead, so continue at your own risk. Here we go.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Number 10, The Stranger's Identity, Tales from the Borderlands.
Ground floor of some property on Eden. Okay.
Don't be a smartass.
This episodic series of games begins with a mysterious stranger questioning the protagonists on what led to their current predicament. Throughout each episode, you play through the events that led to this, meeting two great robotic companions, Loaderbot and Gortys, and reliving the moments that led to Loaderbot sacrificing itself and the main characters being forced to destroy Gortys. In the final episode, after capturing the mysterious stranger, it is revealed that this mystery man is none other than the Loaderbot. It had witnessed the death of Gortys and believed its former friends had betrayed it, and so it captured them to learn the truth.
For my friends, only to be betrayed.
Number 9. This has happened before. Mortal Kombat 11.
You cannot be trusted.
I do not need trust. I demand obedience.
The Mortal Kombat story has always been a bit of a tangled mess. But in Mortal Kombat 11, we find out that all the disparate games and settings have actually happened, even with the reboot in 2011. During a battle between Liu Kang and Raiden has a vision of the two of them battling across different realities, including in Mortal Kombat Armageddon and Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Kronika restarts the Mortal Kombat universe often, and Raiden's fate is always the same. He and Liu Kang always end up battling. This realization leads to them going after Kronika to end this constant battle once and for all. Number 8, Atreus' Identity, God of War.
My name on the wall. The giants called me Loki?
The incredible bond between Kratos and his son Atreus develops over the course of the game's story. But far more intriguing is Atreus' identity and place within Norse mythology. Near the end of the game, it is revealed that Kratos' deceased wife named their son Loki, who is well known as the god of trickery. That Kratos is Loki's father is indeed a major revelation. But beyond this, Atreus has visions of Ragnarok approaching, and of Thor, god of thunder, coming to pay them a visit. It's a fun nod to fans of Norse mythology, and an interesting development for future installments. Number 7, Samus is a Woman, Metroid. While it feels like common knowledge these days, back in the 1980s, it was just assumed that the heavily armored protagonist you played was a male. The revelation at the end of the game, when Samus takes off her helmet, was considered pretty shocking, as there were few, if any, playable female characters. Don't celebrate this as a landmark progressive moment, though. The scene where she is revealed to be a woman can be completed with her taking off most of her clothes, as a reward for beating the game. Still, Samus has become a compelling and iconic female hero in the video game scene, and it all goes back to this reveal. Number 6, Big Boss is Alive, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. The Metal Gear series is filled with convoluted twists and turns. The most shocking revelation, however, comes at the end of the 4th game in an after-credits scene. Big Boss is revealed to have survived. The burned body assumed to be him was actually Solidus Snake. And Big Boss reveals he was one of the important players behind the founding of the Patriots. After killing Zero, Big Boss allows himself to finally die and tells Solid Snake to live the best life he can. This revelation was emotional and powerful for many gamers, as Big Boss was a beloved character.
This is good. Isn't it?
Number 5. Arthur Has Tuberculosis. Red Dead Redemption 2. While we see Arthur Morgan start to cough earlier in the game, when the truth is revealed, it's like a punch in the gut.
You got tuberculosis. I'm really sorry for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
Players grew fond of Arthur as they played as him for countless hours, and coming to grips with his mortality was as challenging for them as it was for him. The reveal is great because generally, if a game's protagonist dies, it is due to some heroic sacrifice or being killed. But dying of tuberculosis is a much less noble way for the player character to go. This reveal also changes Arthur's motivation, as he tried to do right with the last moments on Earth he is given. Number 4. Konrad's Fate. Spec Ops: The Line. Throughout this gripping story, your character Walker is driven to find the missing Konrad in war-torn Dubai, despite his orders being only reconnaissance and to confirm that there are survivors in the city. Walker and his team blunder into a disaster zone, killing Americans and local citizens alike in order to get to the truth. The truth, however, is grim. Konrad had committed suicide before Walker arrived. Walker had been hallucinating his presence in order to rationalize his own monstrous decisions, such as murdering innocents with white phosphorus. The final moments in the game bring this hallucination to the forefront, demanding that Walker either kill himself or deny reality further by shooting Konrad.
3, 4.
Number 3. Zack Is Alive. Final Fantasy VII Remake. In the original game, Zack actually died prior to the game's start, having been overwhelmed by hundreds of Shinra guards. But the remake introduces some destiny-altering events that change the fates of everyone, including Zack, as now he has survived the battle. The implications of this are huge, as these events are what melded Cloud Strife into who he is. This may not be a huge revelation for new players, but for veteran Final Fantasy fans, this is a big deal. While it remains to be seen if this is another timeline or not, this twist may lead to things not playing out exactly the same as the original in future titles.
Almost there, Cloud. We're almost there.
Number 2. Darth Revan's Identity. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars has got some of the most iconic twists, with the most famous being well known to people who haven't even watched the movies. In Knights of the Old Republic, the character you play has amnesia regarding their past, and is trying to save the Jedi Bastila Shan from being captured by the evil Malak, former apprentice of Darth Revan. It is revealed later on, however, that you are the infamous Revan. Betrayed by Darth Malak and brainwashed by the Jedi to serve them, you realize you now have the choice to continue your dark ways or confirm your devotion to the light. This was a stunning revelation as it completely altered the way you looked at the game and your place in it.
All hail Lord Revan! All hail Lord Revan!
Before we unveil our top pick, we know your heart can't take any more of these crazy reveals, but we gotta give you a few honorable mentions, so let's go. The princess is running away from you. Braid. Turns out you were just a creepy stalker. Tidus is a dream. Final Fantasy X. Not as real as you thought.
It's not that you're dreaming. You are a dream.
Harry is sick. Marvel's Spider-Man. Norman's actions make a lot more sense after this reveal.
I love you, son.
Haytham is a Templar. Assassin's Creed 3. Assassins and Templars aren't so different after all.
You are a Templar. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding
guide us.
Kessler is Cole from the future. Infamous. Future you is preparing you for something far worse.
I take one last look down at myself, my future self, and turn away. the rage curdling inside. I hate everything about Kessler. But when the time comes, I will be ready.
Want more video game content? Check out our gaming channel Mojo Plays and discover games and ideas you never knew existed. With more lists, breakdowns, and our latest series, Arcade Roulette.
Justin and John are in!
Oh.
Hey, is that Porky Pig? There's a lot of things being ripped off in this game.
Number 1. Would You Kindly? BioShock.
A farm, a family, an airplane, a crash.
Throughout the first half of the game, your character is running around the underwater city of Rapture, trying to find a way to escape, and helping out Atlas, your only friend in this dystopian nightmare. As you confront the villain, Andrew Ryan, however, he reveals the devastating truth. Atlas was never your friend. In fact, Atlas has brainwashed you and is using the trigger words, "Would you kindly," every time he asks you to do something to force you to do his bidding. Ryan demonstrates this fact to you with brutal simplicity. This twist is so iconic because it puts the story of BioShock into a completely new context, while also making it hard to trust those 3 simple words ever again.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office?
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.